Hello, hello, happy Wednesday. Let's wait for Sarah to hop on with us. And we're talking tonight, juices and smoothies. Are they just the hype or are they actually worth it? So we are going to talk all about this today. I'm super excited to have you on with us. Just give us a few minutes to get everybody on. Coach Sarah's going to be joining me. I just need her to tag in. How's everybody's Wednesday gone today? Give me a thumbs up if it was a good day today. Lori, Timmy, thanks for joining us tonight. There we go. We got some thumbs up here. Woo! All right, we're adding Sarah. There we go.
Hi. Let me turn
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I got to go grab my headphones. Give me 1 second.
You're good. No worries. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone's happy hump day. Happy Wednesday, everyone. You're almost to the weekend. We're almost there. Proud of you all. That's my motivation now for today. I was just saying it's hump day. So happy hump day to everyone.
Woo! Happy hump day, guys. We got 7 people on with us live. Thank you so much for watching. Heather's here, Amy's here, Timmy's here, Kelly's here, Lori's here. Wow, we got a good crowd today. So I'm super excited about this live. How about you, Sarah?
I'm very excited. I actually just got home from the gym, and so when I was driving, my phone, of course, died. But I did, since I haven't had dinner yet, I did actually happen to make a smoothie right now. So.
And that's okay, though. Like, that's why I wanted to kind of, like, dive into this, is, like,
yeah.
there is a line between, like, using, like, juices and smoothies as, like, your servings of things, as well as, like, being able to, like, they can be a supplement to a healthy diet. You know, like, they can fill those gaps, but is it going to be like the only way that we should be getting that stuff in? No, probably not. Definitely not.
Nope, definitely not. I know my usually go-to beverage is I love milk. I'm a big milk person. I love dairy. And so I know I have a couple calls after this and then won't be able to have dinner yet. So I wanted to have something that would give me a lot of protein. So that's why I made my smoothie. I always make it with a banana, strawberries, Greek yogurt, and whole milk, or 2% milk, sorry, percent. So then lots of protein from the yogurt and the milk.
Exactly. And I think like the way that you're using it right now is perfect because like it's a supplement. Like you need something to hold you over until you can have dinner later. You've got a couple things going on tonight. You have a strong source of protein in there. It's not just like juiced up banana, you know, so you're getting more out of it. Hence you're gonna be fuller for longer, better blood sugar control too, and also replenishing after you worked out as well, which is a big bonus.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too, because I know, like I said, long day, but I need to get something in, and this is only something that's going to hold me over. It's not going to fulfill me though for the long run. So I needed something to at least hold me over until I can get actual food in me. So I'm excited.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, let's just dive right into it. Let's start with smoothies first. Smoothies, in the way that Sarah's using them right now, I think are great. They can be great as a supplement to help hold you over. It should not, in my opinion, be a meal replacement. A smoothie is not a meal. You're not chewing it. You're just drinking it. However, it can be something that's part of your meal. So maybe you had like a sandwich or something for lunch and you added a smoothie to it, or you did a big thing of Greek yogurt in the morning, or you did oatmeal and you wanted to add a smoothie with it on the side. As long as it's got that source of protein in there, that's fine. Like that's a great way to use it, but it should not be that entire meal right there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an entire meal. And I saw, Laura, you commented plain or Greek, whichever you prefer. Either one is fine. I'm just used to Greek yogurt myself. I just put Greek in there. It has a little bit of extra protein and there's not as much sugar also. So that's why I personally use the Greek yogurt. I don't even use the flavored kind. I use straight original, not even the vanilla, because that does add a little bit of sugar. But yeah, it's definitely not supposed to be a meal replacement. I know it can be kind of like, it seems people promote it as a meal replacement, but it's something that's maybe supplemented to what you're already having, or making sure that you have some stuff in there, because smoothies are great for a way to get your fruits and vegetables in, but it lacks the fiber that fruits and vegetables normally have that does keep you full a little bit longer and helps you digest some of your food.
Exactly. And when we blenderize things or press them into juices, we do lose a lot of that fiber. So fiber is really important, for preventing constipation, lowering cholesterol levels, lowering triglycerides, keeping you fuller for longer, because our bodies can't break down and utilize it. It tries really hard, but it's just not going to happen. So when we replace, say, like, I'm just going to get all of my fruits and vegetables in today through a smoothie, okay, like, yeah, you got some of the vitamins out of it, but you broke down all the fiber in it, so you're not getting the satiating fact of it. You know, like we can have a glass of, I had someone tell me this morning, they do cranberry strawberry juice in the morning. Okay, but that's not your breakfast, and there's nothing really satiating in there. It's just carbs at that point, which we need, but we need it in a balance with fat and protein as well.
I would say, like you said, that juice might be great for right before workouts. So then you don't have anything right there, and it gives you a little sense of energy. But for after or for the rest of your day, definitely not recommended. Just because, like you said, it doesn't keep you satiated. Something that will be digested very quickly, and it fiber is something that a lot of people are deficient in this country, unfortunately. So making sure that you get through your whole fruits and vegetables at least once or twice throughout the day instead of relying on a juice or a smoothie is very important.
Exactly. And I think what you put in the smoothie too is also going to be very important as well. Like I know a lot of people will just be like, I'll do like water or almond milk with, you know, the frozen fruit and whatnot. Almond milk does not provide much nutrition at all. It's like 20 calories. There's no protein in it. It's literally just water for the most part. So like that's not going to really blend it up smooth. It's going to be more of a watery drink at that point, but you're not getting anything else satiating out of it. If you wanted to make it heavier, you can always add in, you know, hemp seed, chia seeds, things like that. But I really like what you're doing, Sarah, with the yogurt and the milk in there. You're filling, you know, like you've got multiple macronutrients, and especially after a workout, that is so important. You've got a really good distribution between the carb, protein, and fat there.
Yeah, it's very important after workout. I do lifting, so I know I want to focus on making sure my muscles are rebuilding after I lift. So I definitely like to go protein heavy, like heavier in my protein when I do my smoothie. I know I'm already getting some carbs from the whole banana and the frozen strawberries I put in. Then I want to make sure I get that protein because that's essential for rebuilding the muscles I just broke down in my lifting and in my workout. And after you work out, it's really important that you get both carbs and protein. So just having a smoothie with just carbs in it, it's not going to be beneficial to you after you work out and you work all these muscles. They're going to be like, hey, how are you going to help rebuild me? So it's
Yeah,
really important to make sure that you do get a protein source in your smoothie.
exactly. And I think like you can add in, you know, greens if you want to. It's not necessary. It's not going to change as far as how much fiber in there because we know blenderize it, lose a lot of fiber. But you can add greens in there. And I was actually reading something earlier too. I sent this over to you, Sarah. I was reading through that book and it was saying, you know, some people think when we blend it or juice it, there's a more bioavailability of those nutrients in there. In fact, there isn't. It's not any more bioavailable. And when we say bioavailable, we mean able for our bodies to break down and utilize. When we take a pill or a supplement, it's not all 100% bioavailable because our bodies, it's harder for it to, it's not all absorbed. That's really what bioavailability means. So it doesn't mean if you're having it in a juice or a smoothie that it's more bioavailable, that you're going to get more of it. If anything, our bodies want it from whole food sources. So you may actually be losing a little bit of the vitamins and minerals in that content if you're doing it that way, if that's the only way that you're getting in fruits, vegetables, vitamins, and minerals.
Yeah, exactly. If you're juicing, you're going to miss out on some of that. And like you said, just because it's blended up already, you're just reducing your stomach's work, but you're not really reducing the amount of nutrients that go in. Just because you're blending it up doesn't mean that you're cutting out these micronutrients or anything. So that's really important. Good point. Another point that I wanted to bring up too. So I know we're talking about milk and yogurt, but if you're lactose intolerant, that's totally fine. One of the milks that you could do is just do a lactose-free milk if you can tolerate it. If not, soy milk is probably a better option for you because it does have a higher amount of protein in it compared to, like you said, the almond milks, probably the oat milks, stuff like that. And also adding those chia seeds, like you said, to get some extra protein so that you don't have to rely on, oh no, I can't drink milk, so I can't have a smoothie, I must juice. No, there's other ways that you can definitely get that in.
Yeah, and too, something that we're going to be unveiling in April for clients only in our Slack channel is actually a dairy challenge. It's 5 days, the 4th through the 8th, where we're going to be taking them through 5 different ways of like increasing their dairy inside their diet, and just kind of help them see the variety as far as how we can get things in and simple swaps that can be made within the dairy family to increase your protein as well, which that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So let's talk more so about juices and juicing. So Sarah, what is our like thoughts as far as like standard serving size? Are we getting too much of it? Does it have a place? Fill us in.
So juicing, it's when there's no protein at all. You just take straight fruits or vegetables and you reduce it. Usually, the juices, they don't have a lot of calories at all because you're just taking that fruit. Fruit isn't very high in calories at all. So they could have about 100 calories. Is it 4 ounces? How
I
much?
think it's, yeah, 4 ounces is considered like a standard serving, but we usually pour like 8 ounces or so, like at least from what I see when someone's pouring a glass, or if not more.
So you're already doubling on that, and it's more efficient just to get your nutrients through whole fruits and vegetables because it's more likely to fill you. I know I could have a glass of apple juice super easily, just chug it right down, and I'm like, what else? But I can barely finish one whole apple. So it really is a difference. Juicing, it's very high in sugar and very low in any other macronutrients.
Yeah, it's just concentrating it all down. That's what it is. And it's not saying that it's added sugar or anything like that, because we're not sitting there adding in, table sugar or anything, but it will be more concentrated amount of carbohydrates and more concentrated amount of those simple sugars. So if you're somebody who has like diabetes, we want to kind of steer away from that unless you're in a low blood sugar situation. That's when we would kind of want to say like, okay, yes, have 4 ounces of juice, wait 15 minutes and test your blood sugar again. But it's really not something that we need, especially if you're getting, 3, 4, 5 servings between both fruits and vegetables a day. We don't need juices. We don't need a glass of orange juice or apple juice or anything like that. You're going to get all of that from eating that natural sources of it.
Yeah, and it's like you said right there, natural. So making sure that it's 100% orange juice and not like apple juice. But you look at the label and it's only 75% apple juice, 25% sugars, additives, stuff like that. So making sure it's 100% of a juice so that if you were to drink your orange juice, to make sure it's fully orange juice and not something else instead.
Yeah. Making sure, and they all will label too now, I'm pretty sure, like 100%, 100% juice, or like not made from concentrate. And some of them will even say like made from concentrate as well. So just try to get really good at, reading the label and reading the front and the back of the package as well, because you'll be able to understand all of that and see it too.
Yeah, we're not saying also completely eliminate juices, get all your stuff from fruits and vegetables. It's totally okay to have a juice every once in a while, but maybe just not try to have it every day if you can. If you're getting stuff from other foods, then you don't need it every day. But we're not saying eliminate orange juice. And I know my family every Sunday has to have their orange juice at our family breakfast. So it's totally okay.
Exactly. And it just goes back to the role of everything about moderation. Like you said, Sarah, like there's special occasions where you want it. You might be out to eat and it's like, man, I would really love a glass of orange juice or an apple juice, pineapple juice, whatever it is. It's just, if we're relying on that as our primary source of fruits or vegetables, or like saying like, this is how I'm getting my orange in for today, we're losing a lot of the nutrients, and you're also losing a lot of that pulp too that we often can get when juicing things. You usually strain out the pulp, and that's where a lot of that fiber is as well. So we lose the nutrients. Is it the best source for fruits and vegetables? No, but in a pinch or at a special occasion, it's not a big deal at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal. But like you said, if it's in a pinch and you need to have something, it's probably the way to go. Like if you're at a restaurant, at a diner, obviously orange juice sounds delicious, so totally okay. But also be aware that things that are flavored, like a flavored orange Gatorade, doesn't mean it's an orange juice. You got to be aware of those because are just flavored. They don't have any sort of actual real juice really in them.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Because I remember seeing when I worked at WIC, somebody came in with like one of those bottles. I think you get them at like the gas station, and it looks like it's like red, and it's like it's strawberry. And the mom's like, "Oh yeah, he drinks his juice," and it looks like it's in a sports bottle. And I'm like, it says right on there 0% juice. It is all made from added sugar. It's not actual real flavor. So just really looking at that package and saying like, if I am picking up juice, it really should be that 100% juice or not from concentrate.
Yeah, that's super important. That's when it comes back to reading the food label, reading the bottle to make sure. It just takes an extra 2 or 3 seconds. It won't take too much time out of your day just to make sure, okay, is this really real juice or is it not? Don't get us wrong. Sometimes Gatorade is good if you're dehydrated, but not something you should have all the time, definitely.
Right. Yeah, the electrolytes and everything. It's great for, endurance athletes, extended periods of time that you're exercising, but as like your go-to drink in the afternoon, it's not the best thing that we could be reaching for. Yeah, so Timmy says the amount of kids that came into WIC with big juices or sodas is insane. I remember talking to some people where their little kids, had to get 2 years old getting teeth pulled because they drank so much juice. So it's wild. They drink it like they drink water. It's like, you don't have to, like, please continue to water down your juices. If you have little kids, water it down, only 4 ounces.
Yeah, it's really important to make sure that you aren't consuming so much juices. Like you said, too high sugar can really have some negative effects in the long run, especially if you're constantly consuming juice all the time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we covered all the bases, Sarah. What do you think?
I think we did too, Em.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back next week. Topic to be determined. We'll think of something great though. Thanks everybody. Have a good rest of your night.
Have a great day. If you guys have any suggestions too, please feel free. If you have anything you want to learn about, comment on this and let us know.
Yeah. Please leave it down in the comments, or you can even just post it in the Facebook group. We want to hear feedback. We want to make sure that we're giving you what you want.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We're here for you.
Awesome. All right. I'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Bye. See you.